What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and I hope you like this video. This is Big Brother, Season 24, Episode 18, Rant and Review. So it is the power veto, right? Taylor is HOH. She has nominated Indy and Terrence, and she's trying to sell to everybody, well, to the non-leftovers, that Monty is really her target and she's going to backdoor him. The problem is nobody believes her. Terrence doesn't believe her because Terrence has been paying attention, and Terrence actually is not a dumb player. He just can't win anything to get any power, and he's aligned himself with people who don't have any power, and that's part of his problem. But he's been paying attention, and he absolutely does not believe that Monty is any part of Taylor's target. Indy doesn't believe her because Indy just doesn't trust her at this point after she promised that she wouldn't be on the block, and she absolutely is on the block. So she decides, because nobody's really buying what she's selling, her and Joseph decide. Joseph says, hey, I'll go up on the block if you get the veto, and then that way it'll shield us because it'll look like me and you are sort of kind of beefing, and we'll just eliminate, we'll just keep, we'll vote off Terrence or Indy, whoever's still on the block, based on who comes down. And him and Taylor think this is a great idea. Listen, what did I tell y'all in my last review? This is the season of backdoors and overplays, right? Y'all are still trying to well, not now, because the backdoor is a fake ploy. But now y'all are overplaying. Y'all have the power. Y'all are in control. And I know that y'all are trying to control the jury and all of that. But at the end of the day, the leftovers this week are in control. And y'all can send home whoever the hell y'all want to send home. Even if y'all lose the power veto and Terrence takes himself down or Indy takes herself down, it doesn't matter who you put up as a replacement because either one of them can go. Now, somewhere along the line, they decide that Terrence, maybe we could keep Terrence a little bit longer, and Indy is the person we should eliminate because really, they feel like Terrence can't win anything, and they can pretty much pluck him off whenever they feel like it, whereas Indy could possibly be a comp beast. And I'm thinking, but she hasn't proven herself to be that up until this point. Neither one of them are threats, but whatever. Moving on. Michael doesn't trust Joseph because Michael brings up a point, which I hadn't thought of it, and it's a valid point. Joseph is playing both sides of the house, and he's not on anybody's radar, and he's really the only one benefiting from this whole double alliance situation because he knows what each side of the house is thinking, and he's really not anybody's target right now. They think the outside alliance thinks that Joseph is a total idiot. Michael is like, listen, I got my eye and I ain't stupid. I see what's going on. And Joseph has absolutely no reason to make himself a target, pawn or otherwise. It's stupid. Why would anybody from the leftovers put themselves in that position this week at all? Moving on. So we get the power veto game, and this is who gets chosen. Taylor, Terrence, Jasmine, Kyle, Indy, and Alyssa. Now, Taylor wanted Alyssa to play to try to further push the fact that she's down with the girls. And I don't understand why Taylor's working so hard to make them think that she likes them. Because, girl, they don't like you. And the first chance they get, they're going to put your ass right back up on the block. But whatever. You like it, I love it, girl. You like it, I love it. Now, the game that they're playing, I call it like Bad Santa. Me and my family play this at Christmas, where we have gifts. Some are good gifts, some are gag gifts. We pick numbers, and we go in order of the number. And so whoever has number 15, they pick first, and either they can keep their gift or the next person can either take their gift or pick something out of the bag, and it goes all the way till we get to the last gift. So they have this big guitar, and they have to bounce the ball, and the numbers either add or subtract, and whoever has the least amount of numbers at the end of the round is eliminated. Who y'all think the first person eliminated was? I'll give y'all a guess. Did you say Terrence? Because you would have been right. Terrence gets eliminated first, and he chooses the guitar that has the veto in it. Of course, there's no shot in hell that he'll get to keep the veto, but at least for a few minutes, it was in his hands. The next person to get eliminated is who? Indy. So the two people who were on the block are the first two people who are eliminated. And so at this point now, it's just all about making sure one of the leftovers actually gets the veto. Now, Taylor doesn't really want the veto because she really doesn't want to have to be the one to take somebody down, but whatever. So Indy picks a punishment, which basically she got to get like a bunch of fake tattoos over the next 24 hours. So of course she passes that to Terrence, and then she takes the veto. The person who's eliminated next, I think it was Taylor. Taylor got a trip to London. She kept it. Why would she take the power veto? Doesn't really matter. Next was eliminated was Jasmine. I think it was Jasmine. And Jasmine got... No. Next, it was Alyssa. I apologize. It was Alyssa. Alyssa got a punishment. The leotard punishment. No, what did she get? It was a punishment. She's got to be linked to somebody for the next 24 hours. Doesn't say who she has to be linked to. She takes the London trip from Taylor. Now, the reality is, in the grand scheme of things, you play the game, it is what it is. But taking the trip from the HOH probably isn't the best idea when the HOH guaranteed at this point probably has to put up a replacement. And Taylor actually warned you before you took her trip and said, girl, you know I got to put up a replacement. You might want to think hard about whether you want to take this out of my hand. But okay. Then next is Jasmine is eliminated. She gets $5,000 in cash, but she chooses the trip to London, so she takes the trip from Alyssa. Alyssa gets $5,000. Kyle gets the power veto. Now, what you have managed to do, Alyssa, is make yourself a target, because now you've given Taylor the cover she needs to put you on the block and justify it by saying, but you took my trip. Because she wasn't going to put you on the block because she had promised that she wouldn't put you on the block. And so she really didn't want to waver on that promise. But now you've given her an out. And she is mad, baby. She is hot about you taking this London trip. Now, Michael's thing was, who cares? But see, Michael has his eye on the end. But the rest of the leftovers really understand why you're irritated. And even Kyle is like, girl, why? Like anybody else, if you had taken the trip from anybody else, you'd have been all right. But the HOH, you took it from the HOH, girl. So we didn't get to see if the veto was going to be used and who's going to and how the veto is going to be used. But I'll let you know how that works out. Okay, I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.